then I need to find her again because I just here. There we go. All right. So I'm so excited to introduce our trainer today, Miss Samantha Dreiling, who I'm honored to call her mother. She is one of the most beautiful souls. Truly, I say this, she's my daughter-in-law, but even if she wasn't my daughter-in-law, I would tell you that she's one of the most beautiful souls on the planet. And she has this contagious, infectious energy and drive and passion for life that is like no other. She's not only a genius, she's creative, she solves problems, she's an exceptional mother, an exceptional wife. She's always got a smile on. If you follow her on Instagram, her stories are hilarious. They're beautiful, they're funny, they're real. That's what I love so much. She's real, like she's not faking it. She's showing everything, her and Dylan just crack me up half the time. They really show the truth about parenting and the real stories, right? Which is what we're so attracted to. And she's also an author of an incredible book called Idea. And it's an incredible goddess book of love, self-empowerment, and really helping women to really own the gift and the light that they are, and to stand in their true, authentic, divine feminine, and be in truth with that. And so she's always inspiring me, and I am so grateful for the universe, and God chose her to be my daughter-in-law. So sorry, she's already taken for jealous right now. But I do have 2 more sons, okay? Just so you know, all right? So there's some hope for you here. We can all be a big family. Without any further ado, I'm going to bring in Samantha Dreiling, and I'm going to make you host, honey, so you can now take control of the show.
Okay, thank you, Christy. I feel like I'm the lucky one who got to embrace the best mother-in-law and the best hubby and family. I'm super grateful, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. I'm really, really, really pumped for what we have in store today. And I really want to encourage everybody to just take a moment and set your intention. Okay, my intention here is to create a space where everyone feels safe to show up, to have shifts, and to step into the next level of themselves, because that's what we're all here to do, right? We are creating contagious energy, which is the commotion, and the end result in stepping into that energy in our personal selves ripples into our business, which then turns into the potential of promotions. And not only one promotion, but multiple promotions. And I really want to call you guys to dream bigger today and moving forward, so that you can literally use this next 6 to 8 months with this gift that Arbonne is giving us, and to level up into who you truly know you came here to be, and what you truly know that you are destined to do with this business called Arbonne. Okay, so we're going to go through a lot of different levels over this next hour-ish. But what I really want you guys to do is just really be present to show up fully. You are going to need a mirror. If you didn't get my post on the page, you're going to need a mirror at the end of the call. So sometime before the end of the call, if you don't already have one, I'm going to say, okay, go get your mirror. It can be just a handheld mirror. It can be like a makeup palette that has a mirror, or you can go sit in front of a mirror, whatever you need to do. Okay. But that's going to be at the very, very end. I just want to turn off these dings. How do I turn off these dings? You're so distracting me. I'm just going to turn like my sound off. Okay. So, okay. So who's ready to show up? Are you ready to show up today? Okay. I love it. I love seeing the hands. I love seeing you in the chat. Okay. I want to create the energy here. So set your intention and get excited and get ready to show up today. Now, becoming a national vice president, what does that mean? What differences do you have to show up as? I was in this business for 11 years. It took me 10 years to get to national vice president. But what I learned very early on is that I have to be in the version of myself that is going to show up as that next level of me. And we're going to go really deep into that, right? But guys, one of the things that I want to call everyone out on right now, and I know sometimes you're driving, sometimes you can't, but show up to every single call and get on video and show your face, because when you're a national vice president, you don't really have a choice. If you're running almost every call, you got to show up. And you don't want to just talk to a blank screen. You don't want, your team doesn't want to talk to a blank screen. So please, for yourself, okay, get on your video and show up for you to really level up in this next hour. Be the national vice president that you're becoming. And thank you all for those who have your face showing. Good job. I'm so proud of you. And you know what? Sometimes what it is, and I'm just going to be truthful here. Sometimes what it is we're self-sabotaging already. We're on the calls, which is great. And I celebrate you. But how many times are we on the call with our video off and we're actually scrolling through social media and we're not actually listening to the call? You guys, how would you want your team to show up for you when you're speaking life into them? When you're putting your heart and soul into a training? Show up for you right now. Be focused on this. Okay. Awesome. And no more of that, right? No more of that anymore. Yes, we're cheating on ourselves and we're cheating on our bond. Okay. Awesome. Glad we're all here together. Okay. So now you guys, here's what the next thing I want to talk about is these numbers here, this 20% discount on our promotions for the next 6 to 8 months is literally a gift. And I feel like everyone is a little bit more excited. Are you a little bit more excited than maybe you have been after this difficult year? Yes. Okay, awesome. But what is going to make or break that momentum? It's keeping that excitement going, and it's reminding yourself every single day what a gift this is. Okay. This is creating urgency. It's creating momentum. It's creating the potential for you to not only promote to one level in 6 months, but maybe 2, maybe 3, and maybe for some of you 4. I know Maggie did it before. That's how she went nation. She talked about that. So why not you? There are going to be people in this group who promote multiple levels and who transform the rest of their lives because they take these next 6 months and they run and they give it all they got and they step into their full power. And you guys, we could say, oh, 1% of people get to NVP. It's not a luck game. It's not oh, God chose you to do it and not you. It's 100% up to you if you're in that 1%. It's 100% up to you if you're one of the ones who promotes multiple levels. So I want you to take your power back, okay? Take your power back from whatever you've given your power away to, whatever outside circumstances you've given your power away to. Take it back and say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me, because it's the truth, okay? And you're worthy of it. And you have nothing missing from you that will stop you from going there. It's that decided heart, it's that vision, and then it's showing up in that true version of you, giving it your all and serving more people. So I want to share with you guys something, because I won't go too much into my journey because I just have so much I want to talk about. But I started this business when I was the week before I turned 19, and I was a lost girl, had no idea who I was, had no idea what I was capable of, had no idea what I was worthy of. I was in a battle for years against trying to find validation from others with what I was doing with Arbonne. I was constantly feeling like I'm on a roller coaster going 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, because I'm constantly trying to get other people to agree with me and approve of me, right? And that was a big part of my lesson and my test. There was a lot of other shifts that we're going to talk about throughout this call, but this journey is truly about diving deep and going into those places that we need to shift so that we can become our truest selves. And for me, that took 10 years. It doesn't have to take you 10 years, but it took me 10 years. But even 10 years ago, even the first few months that I started, I was all in. I remember saying, I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get to the top. I will never give up. And it took me 10 years. So maybe just let's lower the timeline for you. Use the next 6 months, right? Use this next 6 months with fire, with energy, with conviction, with dedication, and with confidence. Now, when I finally did Go Nation in 2020 in May, when we had the big explosion, right? Here's what I want you guys to know. I had quantum leaps, both going region and going nation. For 7, 8 years, I was district area, district area, district area, district area, not that many times, but a few times. And I was constantly doing, let's say, 8,000 to 14,000. That was my average as an area. Okay. So it was not a thriving area. I was not a bonusing area. I think I'd bonus 2 times in the first 7 or 8 years of my business as an area manager. And that's because that was the pattern I was in. That was the mentality I was in. That was the belief I was in. I was in struggle mode. I was in do the least amount of work to just scrape by mode. Have any of you ever been in that mode for your business? Because you're afraid of how much work it's actually going to take. We're going to dive into that. So that was me. Okay. And you guys, the shift was clearly, number one, clearly what I'm doing is not enough to have the life I want. I'm not serving enough people. The second shift was stop making it about me. I don't care. I said, I don't care if I get a Mercedes. I don't care what my paycheck is anymore. I love Arbonne so much. And I want to help other people have the life that I have, even though I wasn't thriving yet. Okay. I knew the growth that I'd had was worth the years of work and every single penny, which was a no-brainer because I'm just switching my brand, right? But I knew I wanted to help more people. Okay. So that's what I focused on. I let go of the rest. I surrendered. I said, let me just do as much as I have to do all the work. Let me get really honest with myself. So I'm going to ask you guys to get really honest with yourself today. I remember looking at my calendar and thinking, why am I not a region yet? And I had about 8 meetings on my calendar, like a month on average, the last few months before having this shift. 8 people I was sharing the business with total in the whole month. And I thought, is that enough lives to have is that enough lives changed or potentially changed for me to have the life that I'm dreaming of, this amazing life? And the answer is no. I can't sit back and just share it with 8 people in a month and expect to have, all this money coming in and this car and this life of choices. The value that we share is the direct reflection of the success in our business. And that is how Arbonne works. And that is beautiful. What a better way to do business, right? And so the answer was no. So I said, okay, well, I got to help more people. So I got out of my own way finally, you guys, and I went and helped more people. And I finally went region. Now, about 1.5 years later, I thought, what's everything I've ever learned? Be the energy you want to attract, right? If you can dream it, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. All of these things, what you think about, you bring about. What you focus on, growth. We're going to dive deeper into this in a few minutes. And it's like I had one conversation that changed everything. And if you guys haven't watched Dylan's live, on Commotion to Promotion. Go watch it because he talks about this in depth with who you surround yourself with, what you're listening to, and all of that. And it's so important. I had one conversation that changed everything. And all she said to me, you guys, was, well, you just ask for it. You just say, this is what I want. And then you've placed your order with the universe. So just like the meal that you ordered at the restaurant, you know it's going to come. That's the conviction you have to have. And I thought, like, oh yeah, it's that simple. That's what I've known my whole life. That's how I've done everything, right? And then that month, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this was before Momentum, this is before, GTC, like I was not on track to go Nation whatsoever. But in that moment, I said, okay, I'm going Nation. It's done. And then I was ready to show up. I was on 22 calls a day. I was rocking and rolling. I was in more energy than I've ever been in. I was so excited. Everyone on my team was so excited. They believed what they believed their next step was possible, right? That's the energy. That is the vibration that we want to be on. And then we went Nation. And you guys, here's the thing. Before that month, we had never hit 100,000. And that month we hit 198,000 QB. We had never even hit 100. And we hit literally almost 200,000, okay? That's 70,000 less than you need to go Nation Qual in the next 6 months. 70,000 less at 128,000. And and I don't care if you're a brand new consultant that signed up yesterday. What do you want? How many people are you willing to help? And whether you're a district or an area or a region, what are you willing to do in this next 6 months? Are you willing to give this next 6 months everything so that you can have the life that you want forever? This is a gift on our table right now, and we need to take it and we need to share it and we need to give it away as many times as we can. Okay, so you're going to start writing out like your vision, what you're going to do in this next 6 months. You're going to declare it. You're going to do it. You're going to do that on your own time. Okay, we're going to dive deeper into really having the shifts that are maybe holding you back from doing that. But I just wanted to share that, like, those numbers with you guys. And obviously my results aren't typical. Go to earnings.arbonne.com to see the typical averages. But I did take longer than the average. So it's okay. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. You're not going to look back and be like, wow, I'm such a loser. It took me 10 years to get to the top 1%. Darn. No, guys, it doesn't matter. Let all of that go and just throw that out the window and go help more people. Okay. So I want to talk about this. What we focus on grows, right? And we've all heard that before, but I really want to make sure that everyone truly understands the power of this. Okay. What are we focusing on every single day? Now, I want you guys to look around your room right now. Okay. And I want you to take note of every single thing that's red. So look around the room and try to memorize where all the red things are. Okay. All right. Now close your eyes. No cheating. Close your eyes. I want you to tell me everything that you saw in the room that's blue. Can't think of much, right? Because what you focus on is what you're going to see. What you believe is what you're going to see. The world has been in division and extremes and fear and drama and darkness for the last year and a half. And everyone who's clinging to that stuff, that's all they're seeing. And guys, we need to choose right now. We are no longer participating, and we are going to be the light. We are going to be the light in the darkness. We are going to be the light at the end of the tunnel. We are going to only focus on what we desire. Okay? Yes, it's so true, right? You guys, here's the thing. This is the way I see Arbonne, and this is the way I see people who are awakening to their true selves and to their power, and they're shining their light. We are like candles. Okay. When you light your candle from the inside, you light your soul on fire. You're a candle. You're lit up now. You're one candle in a dark room. But you can light thousands of other candles with that one candle, and it doesn't diminish the amount of light, and it doesn't diminish the length of life of that candle. Think about that. How powerful is that? And you guys, here's the thing. In Arbonne, you can light 1,000 candles, and each of those 1,000 candles can light 1,000 candles. That, and so on and so on and so on. And that is the ripple effect of network marketing, of Arbonne. It's not just one person out there sharing. It's the duplication that lights more candles. We all get to shine brighter, and we get to light up the darkness, right? We get to light up people's lives again. We get to be the hope dealers. We talk about this all the time. We truly are the hope dealers. We truly are the light. Like Christy wore a shirt last week, right? Be the light. That's the mission. That's the message, because this is what everybody needs right now, and more than ever, right? We always need that light. We're already the people who are usually inspiring and being positive and sharing, the solutions and not the problems. But let's choose to rise up together and be that even more, okay, from now on. Now, this is a really powerful topic, because when we truly understand that what we focus on grows, we can really make a big shift in our life and in our business, right? You can be focusing on all the things that are going wrong, just like you were looking for the red. If you're like, oh, my team's not sponsoring, or I can't sponsor. You say, I can't sponsor. I don't know how to sponsor. I'm not very good at sponsoring. Or you say, everyone's quit my team or whatever. If you're constantly saying that, you are going to see and notice more when more people are leaving. Every time someone leaves your chat group, it's like, oh, it's like a punch to the stomach, because you're already in that place where you're noticing the lack of what you desire. You're already focused on noticing those things, and they're not things that you want. So if you start to say, if you're always saying to yourself like, oh, I'm just not good at sponsoring, and then you have a conversation and you're constantly just affirming, I'm not good at sponsoring. And so either you don't bring it up, or you bring it up really awkwardly, which you didn't have to if you had a different belief system, which we're going to change. But, or you share it from a place of like, I don't know if you guys have heard this. Do you share Arbonne with a question mark or an exclamation point? Right? It's like, that's the difference. So if you're like, yeah, would you like to join my team? No, why? What, like, you didn't tell me why. Like, I don't know what, like, oh my God, this business is changing my freaking life, and I want you to win with me. I want you to thrive. You need to look at this. You've got nothing to lose. Please take a look. I want you to do this with me. What's the difference in the energy, right? Now you're going to have a different experience, and all of a sudden you're going to sponsor, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can sponsor. That was just BS that I've been telling myself all this time that didn't have to be true, right? But you become a self-fulfilling prophecy if you're constantly focused on what you don't want. It's going to keep showing up for you, right? So whether that looks like people quitting, or nobody's joining my team, or whatever you've been saying that is not serving you, okay, we're going to throw that out the window. But I want you guys to understand, like, what does that really mean, a self-fulfilling prophecy? Let's say you've said your whole life, I'm shy. Okay. I'm really shy. I'm awkward. I don't like talking to people. Okay. Well, again, you go out, you meet somebody, and all you hear in your mind is, I'm shy. And so you don't speak up, or, I used to say this to myself. I thought I was shy my whole life, because everyone told me, oh, she's just shy. Oh, she's just shy. She's just shy. Right. Because I was shy. But again, the more that happened, and I started to be shy in a situation, because I started believing that I was shy. Now I just think I'm shy. I think that's just how I am. right? I don't understand that it's something I can change. And then when I started to travel because of Arbonne and I started to go to new places, even for like a few months at a time, I remember just thinking like, okay, nobody here knows me, right? Nobody here knows me. If everyone thought I was shy and then I just all of a sudden went out and I was like all outgoing and like, woo, then I would feel like people were going to judge me, right? Even though that's still self-sabotaging because I'm judging myself through the eyes of other people. Why do we do that? But I moved to a new place. Nobody knows me. I used to think I can show up and be whoever I want to be, right? They don't know that I'm shy. I can just show up and I can just become an actress, right? And pretend that I'm super outgoing. And I can just talk to everyone. And so how do I start to believe that about myself? How do I start to train myself? Because I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard to train yourself out of something you've done your whole life. So maybe you start to show up and you start to just compliment everyone. Oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my gosh, I love your purse. Wow, you have a really beautiful smile. And you start to get more comfortable with being outgoing, right? And then all of a sudden you come back to your old life and you're outgoing. And your friends or whoever you used to know you have to learn the new you. And you have to be unapologetic about that. But, it's like the self-fulfilling prophecy is such a powerful thing because you're not getting a prophecy from a magical wizard that's saying, hey, you're going to be a national vice president and you're going to be very successful and you're very outgoing and you can have anything that you desire if you show up and serve enough people. Imagine that was your prophecy for your life. How would you show up differently, right? But instead, our prophecy is what we're saying to ourselves every single day. And your life will not change until you change what you're doing and what you're telling yourself every single day, right? So you guys, this is where it starts. It starts in the affirmations we speak to ourselves. It starts in catching that negative self-talk and switching it. It starts in these daily actions. It starts by getting on the calls, by showing up, by always giving yourself the opportunity to grow. It's about surrounding yourself with people who are on the same page as you and who are going where you want to go, right? That's when you start to change your life. Now, be the energy that you want to attract. I want to share with you guys really quickly. I'm going to share my screen for 2 seconds. Because this here, I don't know if you guys see this, but this is a spiral of the vibrational scale of different emotions. Okay, so we'll start on the low vibrations: insecurity, guilt, powerlessness, jealousy, hatred, rage, anger, worry, doubt, impatience, irritation, frustration, pessimism, and boredom. Our boredom is middle. Then we go to the positive upward spiral: positive expectations, contentment, belief, hopefulness, optimism, enthusiasm, happiness, passion, eagerness, love, empowered, joy, freedom. Now, if you look at the scale, I just want you to ask yourself, where do you live most of the time? Okay. And that's going to be different for everybody, but where do you live most of the time? Because wherever you're living, whatever frequency you're on most of the time, whatever emotion you're in most of the time, you can only attract into your life, you can only experience from your own perspective things that are on that same level. So, who's ready to spiral upward and get into their greatness, into their joy, into their freedom, love, being empowered, being passionate, being excited? That's how we're going to change our lives. I want to share really quickly a song, just a few seconds of a song, okay? Because this really, I heard this the other day, and some of you have heard it, but this really hit me differently this time after this year, and just really really getting the message. So I'm going to play it just for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to talk about it for a sec.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy.
Sing if you can, if you know it.
They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, your brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Okay, you guys, what are they saying? This is called A Million Dreams. It's from Greatest Showman. It's like the best movie ever, okay? The world we're gonna make. It's the dreams. It's the vision of the world I see when I close my eyes. The world I close my eyes to see. It's not the world that's out there currently, right? It's the world that we're visualizing within ourselves. It's the dreams that keep us up. That's where we need to focus. That's where our minds have to be. It doesn't, people are going to call you crazy. People are going to say you've lost your mind. People are going to say that's not possible. People are going to say that's not normal. That's not reality. It doesn't matter. You've got to fill your mind with your dreams and the world that you want to see and the world that we want to see together in that light with those candles lit. That's how your world is going to change. That's how your business is going to change. And that's how your life is going to change. Okay. So next time you listen to that song, like let it go into you and be like, wow, what am I dreaming of? What am I filling my mind with? I want to talk one more thing about energy, and then we're going to move on to the next section. It's funny because energy is everything. Like literally everything is made of energy, right? But our energy is everything. It doesn't matter the how, it doesn't matter the system, it doesn't matter. What matters is your energy. So how many of us have been in a slump in our business and somebody is like 500 away from going into qual or 1,000 away from going into area qual and nobody's in momentum? And what do? Nothing. Oh, they probably won't do it. Yet you could be in a momentum month. You have a brand new person start and you're like, you can go area qual your first month with 10,000 QV and you fully believe it. And then it happens sometimes. What's the difference? Energy. You guys, we have to create the energy in our own business every single day. How do we do that? We plug into calls, we listen to trainings, we get on fire, we dream, we focus only on what we want to grow. No more speaking what we no longer want, right? Can we all just have like a little high five to that? Only speaking life over our business. If it doesn't look the way that we want, we change the story. If we're not sponsoring, I'm going to go meet some new people. I'm calling in new people every day. I'm going to get out of my house and I'm going to go meet some new people, right? We just start speaking what we want and we start affirming that every day because guess what? It's going to happen. It's going to change, but not if we keep staying where we've been. And also your present is only created by what you've thought about and what you've focused on in your past. So don't let it be that self-fulfilling prophecy of, no, look, it's true. Look, this is the truth. It's right in here in front of me. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you do now and what you think about now and what you focus on now so that you can create a different future. Okay. So we're going to speak life. Now, here's the next thing I want to go into, you guys. Everything, like how many of you have known where you want to go. You know what you have to do. Like we all really know what we have to do in this business, right? We know, but we still don't do it, right? I mean, I didn't do it for 10 years or 8.5 years, right? Like I get it. I've been there. I was like the teacher of this, okay? So the shift that needs to happen from where you are to where you want to be, when you know what to do but you're not doing it, is a shift in your identity. So there's an example that really, really brings it home, and that is when you identify as a smoker. You go out and you have a smoke multiple times a day, right? And if you identify as a smoker trying to quit, you're going to, if people say, oh, I'm trying to quit, I'm trying to quit, I'm trying to quit. Often you'll see those people trying to quit for years, right? I mean, I used to bet my cousin every time I saw him, $40, every time. You better quit smoking next time I see you. When I was a kid, I was literally 10 years old. And every time he paid up because he never quit, because he was always trying to quit for like 10 years. And then finally, when you identify as a non-smoker, when somebody says, hey, you want to smoke? Nope, I don't smoke. It's not even a question, because that's your identity, right? So what are you identifying that you need to let go of? And right now we're going to take some time and we're going to create you 2.0. And my team's done this before, so I apologize, guys, but you guys, you can always level up again, right? So I want you to write your first name on the top of a new page. So Sammy 2.0. This is the next level of you. And you're probably going to see that every level of Arbonne is a direct reflection of the next level of you. So maybe you're going to be 3.0 next, and then 4.0, and then 5.0. That's great. But it's you stepping into who you truly are. So I want you guys to just take a minute and just start writing out what are the qualities of that version of you 2.0. For me, I had to reprogram. I had to start to say, I'm somebody who gets stuff done right away. I'm successful. What do I say if I say you're so successful? Is there a part of you that says, no, I'm not? You got to change that. You got to start believing you're successful, because you're going to show up just like a smoker, either smokes or doesn't smoke, right? You've got to start showing up. You will start showing up with whatever you believe is part of you as your identity. Okay. So yes, we're choosing. This is the new you as of today. You are reborn today. Okay. And this is the new you. So start writing down those characteristics of you that you're bringing in and that are the new version of you. And guys, what I recommend honestly is print this out, put it on your wall, put it where you can see it every day. And it's the way that you're going to become this next version of you is when you're faced with those difficult choices, like, I don't know, like something I'm working on right now is I'm really fit, right? And then even when I don't feel like it, I have to go work out, or, I eat really healthy. I'm really healthy. And then it's like, okay, well, do I choose that chocolate cake, or do I choose, these carrots and hummus or whatever? And obviously we give ourselves grace and we enjoy life, but it's finding that the things that you have to do every day to see that real change in your life. And that's what's going to show up. And that's going to be your tests. How bad do you want this? And remember your promise to yourself that you're using this next 6 months and you're going to blow it up and you're going to have fun doing it. That's another belief I want you guys to embrace. This business is fun. You guys, I stressed about Arbonne. I mean, I loved Arbonne. Don't get me wrong. But I stressed about Arbonne. Guess when? When I was doing nothing and thinking about Arbonne. That was the most stressful part in my business. Why am I not where I want to be yet? Why am I not promoting? Blah, 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 blah. Me. Thinking about it. Thinking about the lack of me. Don't do that anymore, okay? When I started doing the do and having calls all day and being like sharing this business with people, you guys, this is what lights me up the most. It's crazy. Even yesterday, I was like in a blah mood in the morning. And then I had 3 calls in the afternoon. And I walked downstairs and Dylan's like, you're a different person when you do Arbonne. Like, you just need a little activity and you're freaking on fire. And it's because this is what fuels me. I love Arbonne so much. I literally love doing the work now that I've understood that the work is so fun when you do it the way that you thrive. You're never going to worry about the work again. And you're finally going to overcome the hurdles that you've been putting in front of yourself over and over again. And you are going to get where you want to go. Okay. And you're going to do it in this 6 months. And I'm so excited to watch you thrive and celebrate you. Okay. So you guys, I want you to take time over the next few days and really go in that list and like really figure out who you are. Post pictures, like do a vision board, whatever you have to do to get a very clear picture of this next version of you, and then put it everywhere around your house so that you can see it every day. I mean, there's been times where, I mean, I have stuff all over my house here that shows me. And I've had times where I look at my list again and I'm like, oh, I haven't been doing that one very well. Okay, I'm going to change it right now. And it's just that reminder of, no, this is how I'm showing up now. This is who I'm becoming. This is who I am today. Okay. Now we're going to dive deep. Are you guys ready? Okay. Are you ready to get a little bit uncomfortable, but to maybe have a shift that maybe you've been waiting for? Because there's the identity, there's the energy, all of these things are important. There's obviously doing the work, but there's a missing piece that is overlooked and misunderstood and really not talked about very much. And that's what I want to bring forward, because to me, this missing piece is everything. It's going to literally either limit you from having everything that you want, or it's going to give you everything that you want. And that piece is self-love. Okay, so I want you guys really quickly in the chat, I want you to just type out what's holding you back in your business. Whatever that may be, just be really vulnerable. This is a safe space for all of you guys to show up right now and just say what's holding you back. Okay, doubting myself, reaching out and meeting new people, fear, activity, belief, excuses, mindset, confidence in myself as a leader, fear, consistency, confidence, belief in myself. You guys are like, it's the same, basically the same things. Motivation, confidence, self-doubt. Okay, amazing. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Okay, self-sabotage. You guys, all of this, every single one of them stems down to a lack of self-love. Why am I not showing up consistently? Because I'm self-sabotaging. Why? Because there's a part of me that believes I'm not worthy. There's a part of me that's looking to fill myself up with something external. And that's never working. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business, whether it's a paycheck, whether it's a job title, whether it's a car, whatever it is a lack of self-love, doubt and motivation, fear of rejection. Why? If we loved ourselves fully, we wouldn't care what anybody thought of us. Being worthy of my title. You're not your title. You're more than your title. Your title is just a tiny little blip because there's something that you have to fill up. You are the only one who can fill it up. And once we fill this part of you up with love, you guys, everything else is going to fall into place. So here's where I need you to get your mirrors out. And we're going to overcome two things in this thing. We're going to overcome two things together. Okay. One, we're going to uncover one of our superpowers. And two, we're going to overcome a fear that a lot of us have. Our superpower that we're about to overcome is vulnerability, authenticity, allowing ourselves to be fully seen. So I encourage you to stay on video while we do this, because you're going to unlock your superpower of being real and being vulnerable and being seen. And the second thing that you're going to overcome is a fear of judgment. Okay, this is a safe space. We're all going to go through this together. Whatever emotions come up, I want you to feel them and I want you to allow them to move through you. Okay, so I want you guys to take out your mirror or sit in front of your mirror and look not just at your reflection, but look deep into your eyes. Look into your beautiful eyes. I want you to see yourself as a little child. The same eyes, but the youngest version of you. And I want you to say out loud, if you can, I love you. I love you. You are worthy. I accept you just the way you are. Everything's going to be okay. There's nothing you have to change to be more worthy of love. I want you to give that little girl or boy a hug. Okay. Next, you're going to look back into your eyes. See yourself as a teenager. Maybe when you were going through a hard time. And I want you to say, I love you. I love you. You are worthy of love. I accept you exactly as you are. There's nothing you need to change. And I want you to give that teenager version of yourself a huge hug. Now, I want you to see yourself now. Look at yourself in the eyes. I want you to see your whole journey, your life so far. Those eyes have been through so much. That heart has been through so much. Those legs have walked you so many places. You've seen so many sights. You've felt so many feelings. I want you to look into those eyes and say, I love you. I love you just as you are. Nothing needs to change for you to be more worthy of love, of success, of abundance, of joy, of peace, and of fulfillment. I want you to keep looking in your eyes, and you're going to say this, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now I want you to close your eyes and think of one person that maybe you need to forgive today. Maybe you've been holding on to tension, or maybe whatever it is, whoever it is for you. Just hold an image of them in your heart and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now I want you to give yourself a big hug. Every single part of you. The parts that you normally pick apart in the mirror, you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to love them. Anytime you say something bad to yourself or hard on yourself or negative to yourself, you're going to say, no, I love you. I love you more. Everything that's holding you back in your life and in your business, you're no longer going to speak. You're going to remind yourself that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you are capable, and that you are accepted to be exactly who you are right now. Anyone else that you need to forgive, do this work on your own time. Use Ho'oponopono, which is what we just did. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. It's a powerful tool. And I want you guys to just do one final release. I like to go like this and just flick it out the window and just say, anything that no longer serves you, you're just getting it out, okay? Take it off your shoulders, take the weight off your shoulders. There's nothing you need to change. You already have every single thing you need in you. Release what no longer serves you. And let's move forward together. Does anyone feel lighter? Does anyone feel better? It's hard, right? It's the deep work that has to be done. For me, this journey of Arbonne was a self-love journey. It was realizing my worth and my worthiness and finally letting go of all the stuff that we hold on to so that we can all step into our light and go and light more candles, you guys. Stop dimming your light. No more. It's not part of the new you. It's not part of your new identity. Your identity is to shine bright in your truth, in your power, in love, and to serve more people. Okay, so I cried with you all. I wasn't even looking in the mirror, but I've done this so many times and I've done it with lots of people, and I know how transformative it can be. And I want you to know that your life can change like this now. Okay, because you've shifted internally. That part, you're filling yourself up now. You understand that you are the only one who can fill that void. Okay, no more looking for something outside of you. You are worthy now. Do you feel that differently? Do you feel it? Okay, good. I cannot wait to celebrate you guys on this journey. I love you so much. And you are going to blow yourself away. Okay. So I can't wait to see you guys thriving in your best you 2.0. Go live it up. I love you guys so much.
Thank you, Sammy. Amazing job. We're all in tears and crying. And if you're not crying, it's okay too. Like Rita used to say, you know, it will get to you eventually. We'll get to you. We'll open up that heart. Everyone have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday and Monday. And we're looking forward to learning from you and your team all week, Sammy. So follow the daily post on the Facebook group. And here in a moment, I'll be making a post where you can all share your points and we'll celebrate you there. Love to all.
Thank you for the notes.
Thank you so much, Sammy. And also, we got to thank the guys in the room here. We got the men in the room. Gonz is like, where's all the guys?
All the guys, yeah.
Where's all the guys? Danny is in the house. How many men are hidden behind the screen here? Let's sponsor
There's
some
one,
more men.
there's another one there.
We got another man. Where is he?
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
That's Jamal and
Yes, hello
Secure
guys.
one.
Yes, we've
That's a
got
great-
men in the house. Yes, hello. Thank you for being here and showing up too. We love having you here, and we have a goal to bring more men, more of the masculine, more of the divine masculine into this world, because we need your light as well. Thank you, everyone. Blessings to you until we see each other again. Thank you, Sammy. Excellent, excellent
Thank
work
you.
today. Bye-bye, everybody.